Hello and welcome back to the Movie Soup channel. Today I would like to share with you my thoughts on the movie called Titane from 2021 directed by Julia Ducorneau. So we are introduced to Alexia as a young girl with her father driving what I presume back home. We can see she attempts to annoy the father in some sort of a rebellious gesture. This leads to an accident and then subsequent titanium plate implantation into Alexia's skull, which is very symbolic. Because of her troubled childhood, I think Alexia's father was abusing her, she perceived the car as her savior as it stopped the abuse and became a part of her, in a way. We then see Alexia all grown up and her world evolving very much around a few key things from her childhood, such as sex, violence, and cars. I think what she ended up doing is developing a mental condition whereby seducing random strangers from her shows, having sex and then killing them, after was vengeance or retributions for what happened to her earlier in her life. As a matter of fact, Alexia perceives all people as a threat, while cars became part of her and were sort of salvation of sorts. We can see Alexia attempt to get along with another human when hanging out with a girl, Justine, from one of her shows. Yet after being initially rejected, Alexia turns immediately back to her regular self and proceeds to murder the entire group. I think that incident is when Alexia's humanity gets lost and she finally kills her parents, which I believe she wanted to do for a while. While fleeing, Alexia takes on the opportunity to disguise herself as a missing young man. And this is when we are introduced to another person who might be as mentally and physically broken as Alexia herself. That is Vincent. Vincent is essentially what happens to a cliché man who loses everything: his wife, his son, and his power. The only thing he has left is work. The only power he has is over his crew and his own world. He shoots drugs to prolong his physical strength. He closes his eyes to the fact that there is some stranger pretending to be his son, just not to be alone. But this coincidental clash of two deeply troubled individuals leads to Alexia experiencing fatherly care and love for the first time in her life, and Vincent rebuilding at least a part of his ideal life he had presumed lost. And when their relationship reaches an apogee, Alexia decides to show the remaining part of her to Vincent, her performance. Unfortunately, he does not accept it, so Alexia goes straight back to her happy place while Vincent gets pretty much suicidal. The movie ends with Alexia dying after giving birth to what is depicted as part human baby and part machine, while Vincent is left with a new beginning, a child. I believe the depiction of a child as part machine and part human is to show it has both what destroyed Alexia and what saved her at the same time: her obsession with cars and sexual abuse. To sum it all up, we can see the following chain of events: father, incident, metal, part machine, part father. Thank you for watching.